Okay, so this is the initial firing up of the new Kemper Stage unit. I haven't turned this on yet, and what I'm going to do, per many requests from my subscribers, is share with you my experience, my raw, unedited experience with just turning this on and getting to know it, and sharing like how easy or maybe how frustrating some of this stuff is going to be getting to know this unit. I am a Kemper owner. I have a Kemper toaster, but this unit is a little different as far as where everything is located, and we're just going to kind of go through this together. So let's get started. All I have to do is just plug it in and it turns on. There's no on-off switch on this. So I'm going to plug it in now. See what happens. Okay, I've repositioned the Kemper Stage on an amp stand so I can have a straight-on view so we can see everything a little better. So basically it opened up to this profile. I'll be zooming in and out so that you guys can see what's going on with the screen. And I'll have to zoom out sometimes so you can see what buttons I'm pushing and stuff, and then I'll zoom back in and show you what changes it made on the screen. So anyways, yeah, so that's basically what it opened up to. And what I'm going to do now is what most people are going to do that are switching from one format of Kemper to this, and I'm going to take my thumb drive with a lot of my favorite profiles on it, and I'm going to go ahead and load these in here. And I've never done that on this unit yet, so let's see how that goes. So let me zoom out. And I'm going to pop this in here. And it's asking me install operating system update. No. So what I want to do is USB stick, import export. So let's import just hit import and see what happens here. It's importing the data. This is literally how easy it is. So like when you download rigs off of someone's store, you just stick them on the USB stick and you pop it in and you just import them. It's really simple. And what's cool about this is if you go on tour and you can't bring a Kemper but they have one for you there, you just bring your USB stick and it's got your whole rigs, all of your rigs on the stick, and you just pop it in the Kemper when you get there and you're good to go. Now that's traveling light if you ask me. Imagine that, having your whole rig on a USB stick. That's fantastic. Alright, so I just imported 42 rigs. This is just a starter kind of thing for me. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. There's a button right here that you kind of use as an exit button. Let's just hit that. There we go. So we're out of there. So now let's find our rigs. So all rigs. So right here you're going to push this button. And you just push it multiple times. And last imported. And I'm assuming you're going to turn the browse knob, which is, let me adjust the camera here. So you're going to turn this browse knob to find the rigs that you just put in. So let me just do this, go back down to last imported. It's not doing it. Oh, there we go. All right, never mind. It did it. All right, so we're going to go to right up here. Let's just go to this EVH right here. Okay, there's a EVH with the rhythm channel. Now I'm hooked up to my power amp and real cabs, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the cab impulse on here because I don't want to use a cab impulse when I'm running through real cabs. So let me go into rig. The rig button is right here. I'm just trying to figure out how to turn the cab impulse off here. Because on the other unit, there's a cab button. Oh, there it is. Right over here. Let me pan over here. Cabinet. Just turn it off. That was simple. Again, I'm just learning this unit just like you are with me, so some of these moments might be a little frustrating, but I'm showing you like the real deal here, like what it's really like to plug into this for the first time. So next I'm going to get a guitar cable and plug into this, and we're just going to go ahead and play it and see what happens. So hang on one second. Alright, so I plugged the Kemper into my Sin 5050 power amp, which is plugged into my two Mesa cabs, and I got my guitar plugged in. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn the volume down on the Kemper because I don't want to blow my head off here. So I'm going to turn the volume down here, way down, and work our way up. See what we got. Okay, so the cab impulse is off, and yeah, here we go. Wow, sounds really good. I mean, that didn't take long at all. From the initial turning on, loading my profiles, and finding one, and just plugging everything in. That was really simple. I mean, it didn't take much at all. So now let's go ahead and get in there and do some tweaking. In fact, let me pick another profile here just to show you how simple it is. I'm going to go with a Live Ready Sound profile. This is a GGD. I'm going to go with a really nice Live Ready Sound profile here. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can do all rigs, and then you can sort by, sort by name, sort by author. Let's go by author so I could find Live Ready Sound. And you just hit the page button until you find them. It's in alphabetical order, so we're almost there. Live Ready Sound, here we are. So let's go with the 5150 there. I think that's it right there. Turn off the cab impulse. Let me zoom out here. Go into cab section. It's right there. You have your amplifier and cabinet. You just turn off the cab impulse if you're going with the power amp and cab. And may I also point out, check that out. The Kemper logo lights up. It's not just a sticker. It actually lights up, so that's pretty cool. It's just another little kind of nice touch they did to the unit. So let's go ahead and use that. Hit the back out button. There we go. Live Ready Sound EL34 5150 fat gain. Fantastic. All I got to do is just make some tweaks. So let's go into that. Let's go into the tweaks that we got to make. I'm going to zoom in here, and you're going to see the different settings that you have. You got bass, mid, treble, and presence. This is pretty bassy. Let's take the bass down a little bit. Let's just go down there. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Yeah, that's great. Nice and tight, not too flubby. I'll add a little more back in. And, I mean, everything else is pretty good. You know, I don't really need to do much tweaking. And that's the thing about the Kemper. It's not a tweaker's delight. It's a player's delight. So, yes, you can tweak. You can tweak until your heart's content, but there's really no reason to. When you get an amp home, you don't deep dive into the amp because there's really no way to do that. So what you do is you turn the amp on, you adjust the bass, the treble, the mid, and the presence, and the gain and the volume, and you pretty much just go. That's it. And you can do more than that on the Kemper, but there's really no need to. And if you have to do a lot of deep diving on a profile to make it sound good, you probably picked the wrong profile, and you should move on to something that sounds really good right out of the gate. So that's what I would suggest. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So let's add some effects. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's back out, and I'm going to zoom in over here. So there's your amplifier right here. So all the effects that are here are the ones that are obviously before the amp, and all the effects that are over here that are after the amp are also, like, they're considered the effects loop. So that's basically how that works. So let's go over here and see what we got in the chain right now. We have, let's hold this, let's push this. So that pushing it turns it on and off. Holding it should open up the menu, which it did. So there is your menu for adjusting the green screen, which is the overdrive in here. So you hold it down to open up the menu to adjust it. And so basically I got the drive at 0, tone at 4.8, mix is 100%, and the volume's only at 1. It's a pretty aggressive amp, so I mean, I'm just going to turn the volume up to like 2.5. See how that works. Okay, that's good. Now I'm hearing a lot of hiss. So let's exit out of here. Now on the other Kempers, there was a knob over here that would give you a noise gate. But on here, that knob's not on there. So what we're going to have to do then is, I think you want to hold, you're going to open up the rig. And let's see if the noise gate is in here somewhere. Not seeing it yet. So I'm going to back out of here. Let's hold down rig. Okay. Pedals, let's hit that. Let's try input. Ah, there it is. So you hold down input, and then there's the noise gate. There we go. All right. Thank you, Kemper, for thinking of that. So that was one of a little bit of a teachable moment for us. It was a little bit frustrating, but I found it. It's nice and quiet now. So let's go ahead and exit out of there. So you hold down input, and it blinks, and you'll see the menu pop up. And there is the noise gate. Let me do it again on camera here. I'm going to zoom in. So I'm going to hold down the input button, and you can see there's the noise gate, and you just turn the knob that's underneath that whichever way you need to turn it, and it tightens the gate up or loosens it accordingly. So there you go. We're back out. All right, now okay, so I gotta adjust that a little more. Nice. This thing sounds and feels just like the other Kemper. Amazing. It sounds and feels just like it. There's no difference at all. They did a really good job on the interface on this, and the way it sounds, everything's pretty much the same. I mean, everything's very familiar so far. The learning curve here is going to be slight, but I don't really think it's going to be that bad. I really don't. All right, so let's say you are a first-time Kemper owner, and this is your first time turning this on, and you want to find some amps. You want to go in and find some profiles of some amps that you think you would really like, and you just want to check out how they sound through this. Okay, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and let's say you want to find a diesel VH4. So let's look for one of those. So you're going to push this button here, which is soft button number 1. And you're just going to tap it, and you're going to say, let's see, what are our choices here? Let's just go all rigs, and let me adjust this. And we're going to turn the browser knob, and then we're going to hit page. So let's sort by amp and cab. Now we can find a diesel VH4 because we're looking for a diesel now. And they're alphabetical order. We're in M's. Let's go back to D's. There's got to be one in here. There's a lot of profiles in here. That's what's really cool, is this comes loaded with a ton of profiles. We're getting closer. We're in E's. Diesel VH4, here we are. Channel 3. Let's turn off the cabinet, because again, we're in a powered power amp and 2 Mesa cabs. So there you go. There's very good sounding profile. Now this is probably a mic'd profile. I don't think it's a direct one. So direct ones are always better to use when you're using a power amp and real cabs, because it just sounds better. Because a direct profile is a profile of just the amp, not an amp and cab. So, because I want to just run a profile of an amp only through a power amp and 2 cabs or 1 cab. That's basically what we're looking for here. So we want direct. And usually if there's a D after the profile, that means direct. So let's go ahead and try that one out. Okay, the gain's really low. Let's crank the gain a little bit. Nice. All right, so let's add some pedals. Like over here, you have the pedals. Before the amp, we want to add an overdrive. So we're going to hold down that, hit and turn the browse knob. and we are going to look for an overdrive pedal. Green Scream. There it is. Well, that tightened it up nice. Let's take the drive down. Volume up. See what that's like. There you go. You got a killer direct profile, and I just put the overdrive on there. That was real simple. So I'm going to back out here so you can see everything. You might not be able to see the screen super well, but at least you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to hit the backup button. Let's go to, let's put some delay in here. So let's hold this down, turn the browser knob, and let's see. Turn it again. There's an auto type. Oh, so you can hit the page button and we can find all our stuff here a lot faster. So now I'm just skipping through all of the one by one selections, and I'm going to pages of different types of effects here. So I just want to find just a simple delay. Now we're in reverbs, so we don't want reverbs. There's a billion delays, which is nice. Sometimes it can get a little overwhelming trying to find one, but you will find one. Okay, what's nice about this though is once you find all of your favorite effects that you liked before and your favorite ones that you like after the amp, I'm pretty sure with this unit, I know with the Kemper toaster and rack, you can save all of those as just a row of effects, and then you don't have to dial in each effect when you pick a new profile. You just pull those in out of your favorite section where the effects are and pop them in there. I haven't done that in this unit yet, but I'm sure there's a way to do it, and when I find out, maybe I'll do a video about that later. But for now, we're going to go ahead and find a good delay that we like, and see how that sounds. There's a lot of delays, a lot of them. Rhythm 1, let's see what that one's like. Okay, it's a nice stereo delay. Not my favorite, but just for the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and use that. And I'm just going to adjust some of the parameters on there. So I'm going to take the mix down. See what that's like. This sounds really good. It's so fat sounding. It's amazing. This is a killer profile too. I really like it. I tell you, if you guys are actually thinking about getting a Kemper because you're watching this video to see what the initial handshake is like with this product, I mean, you saw how easy it was for me to pull in a profile and put some effects in here. I'm just telling you, man, the feel is so good and they sound so good. I mean, not all the profiles are going to sound good to you, but when you find that magic profile that works for you, you're done. You really are. You're going to be home. You're going to love it so much. So I'm going to go ahead and back out of here with the back button. I'm going to just make some quick adjustments to this amp. It's a little thumpy. So let's take the bass down a little, nudge the mids a hair, and nudge the treble a hair, leave the presence alone, see what we can do. That sounds great. I mean, just with some minor tweaks, you can do pretty much anything. Let's do one more thing here. Let's pull up some modulation, huh? Let's do let's do some chorus just for giggles here. Let's go ahead and find that. I'm already getting used to how all this stuff works. I mean, the learning curve is very, very small. So I found a vintage chorus with using the page. It's faster when you use the page as opposed to the browser knob, because it shifts through large sections of each type of effect that you're using. Instead of the browser knob, you turn it and it's going to just go through every individual effect so you get where you want. Okay, that is a lot of freaking chorus. So let's go ahead and take that down to about 25%. See, that's, oh, the rate's too high too. It's 5.0. I always like a slower. Let's take it down a little. Not bad, you know. I mean, obviously we could do further tweaking and stuff, but that's a good start. That was very easy to do, very, very easy to do. I'm blown away at how easy this is. I really am. I kind of expected to really embarrass myself and make a lot of horrible mistakes and do a lot of cutting and editing here, but I'm really not going to have to do that. I have to do a little bit of editing with this video, and that's just to kind of save time. But honestly, a lot of this was very simple, very, very simple. So, yeah, so that's basically what it's like to initially plug this in and turn it on and just kind of dial in some stuff and get to know it a little bit. I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found this informative. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And to all my subscribers, I really appreciate you guys very much. And I will be doing many, many more videos about this product. I will also be shooting it out with the Helix, pretty much side-by-side comparison to see which unit would suit your needs the best, because these guys are very close in price now. I mean, you got a Helix at $1,600 and you got the Kemper at $1,700. So is the Kemper worth $100 more? We're going to find out, because I'm going to do a very honest and fair shootout between the two as far as the interface, the I/O, how they sound, how they feel, all that stuff. And we're going to see what's what very soon. So again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and click the bell so you can be notified every time I come out with a new episode. And we go live every Sunday night at 7 o'clock with a new piece of gear. and we just talk about whatever and demo some gear and have a drink with you guys and hang out and chat and have a good time. So make sure you join us for those live streams, and I will be doing many more live streams different parts of the week as well. So again, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.